Hey, good evening. I'm Jeffrey from EBS lah. Today I would like to talk about the um, how to choose among on-prem server and the cloud server. Now, this topic has been asked by many customers. Then, because now we are moving to the cloud era, then when customers will want to buy a new server, they will come to us about this topic. How to choose among these two options. One is the on-prem server, like you used to be for the last 20 years. You buy a server, put in your office. And another one is uh, cloud server, which is you run your server in the cloud and you don't need to invest in your own infrastructures. You just pay a subscription every year. So these are the two things that mainly you can choose in the market today lah. So today's topic, I'm going to share with you from the cost perspective how you can actually make a difference. Then you will know, which one is more cost saving or cost efficient for you. Okay, so can you see my screen? Okay. Basically, I would like you to look at this chart. This chart actually shows you 7 years the projection means we project the 7 years in the future, how the cost will incur for each options. You can see the yellow line is actually the subscription, means the cloud server lah. Then the blue line is the on-prem server. Okay. This will be first of all, you just need to remember the pattern. There are two lines and they will cross each other here at this point, about the second year here. And the first thing I would like to highlight is first year. At the first year here, you can see for the on-prem server, you need to buy hardware. You buy a lot of things, the UPS lah, the power backup system lah, the data backup system, the storage and NAS or something. You need to buy licenses, software licenses or thing. So you will see it's very high in the beginning. So we call it CapEx, capital investment. So it's a CapEx, very high CapEx. Then for the cloud server, also it will have some higher CapEx in the first year. So, but compare these two, the cloud server will be lower. The reason here is because cloud server, you don't need to buy hardware. Actually, the hardware is the main cost that you can avoid if you use a cloud server. Then when you come to second year, you will see that the second and the third year, the hardware, the on-prem server, the blue line is actually more a bit more lower compared to the yellow line. And after the third year, starting from the fourth year, and the blue line go up a bit, means the cost increase a little bit. The reason why it happened this way is because the first 3 years, when you buy a new server, the manufacturer will give you warranty for 3 years lah. So after the 3 years, you might need to spend a little bit more, maybe some wear and tear. You need to buy some spare part. So that's why the cost will go slightly higher lah. And for cloud, after you buy the first year, so generally lah, the price of the cost every year will stagnant. I mean, like it will stay at the same level. For me, why it happened this way? Definitely, if you look into the detail, you might tell me that, hey, there will be fluctuation. What if the cloud service provider increase the price? Yeah, possible. But there are also other factors. Maybe it will decrease the price. For example, now the cloud is getting cheaper and cheaper, and there are many competition. So there are two type of factors. So I assume it will cancel out each other lah, roughly the same lah. Okay, this is what my assumption lah. But this is we are trying to talk about a rough concept here. Okay. Don't worry, if you have a different opinion, you can always leave a comment or tell me. We will just share knowledge lah. Okay, then with this thing, you can see overall two type of solution, two type of directions, how the cost will happen in the next 7 years. Okay, the next thing is why we put 7 years. Why not more than 7 years? Okay, here comes another point, one information. A lifetime of a server usually is about 7 years lah. So when you buy a new server and you put in your office, then you will use it for a period of time. So at the 7 years, you will see that server is aging, getting older. Then you see many software will require more newer hardware or more computing power. Then it's time for you to buy a new server again. So we call it a life cycle. The lifetime of a hardware server is about 7 years. And the other thing is like Microsoft, their Windows license or the kind of life cycle is also roughly the same lah. Okay, so that's why we don't compare too long. We compare up to 7 years because you will have to repeat the whole cycle again after 7 years. So this is how this thing we try to drop this thing in this way lah. Okay, so here we look at this part. We just try to help you to sum up the cost of the entire period of time, 7 years, how the cost change along the time. So for this column is about the on-prem, is at the end about 214,000, and for the cloud server, the subscription is about 200K lah. So you will see some saving lah. This is a general assumption. Some people will have more, some people will have less. Depends on the size of your organization. If you need very powerful server or you need a lot of storage, then the total value will be different. And there are certain special scenarios. Some customer they need very powerful processor or a lot of computing power. Maybe the cost will be different pattern. But for here, what we try to show is the general organization, that's SMB in Malaysia. So this is roughly like that. If your company is smaller, then the cost is both option will be lower. Okay. Then you will ask me, what is inside all these things? How you tabulate these things? Let me show you. Okay, let's go up this document. Okay, so you can see these are the items. The first part here, we call it CapEx, capital expenditure. Then server hardware lah, storage for backup lah, power lah, the UPS lah, and then the license like operating system, SQL accounting, SQL database, things like that lah. So these are licenses lah. So general things in the market lah. And also the backup things, backup software, and also the project setup. Actually, the setup is roughly the same one. The VPS, I mean the cloud server is slightly lower because you don't need to set up the hardware. And yeah, this one roughly the same. And the next thing is about the OpEx. OpEx is operating expenditure. So we will see what is inside the subscription, the yearly subscription, the cloud server, and the spare part, and the antivirus license. So no matter you use cloud server or you use the on-prem server, both you need to pay for antivirus one. So but for the subscription cloud server, you pay slightly less because usually if you have a host of the virtualization, you need one more machine. So there will be one more extra license. And this is the backup system. Also, you need to pay the yearly software subscription and also the email backup subscription. This one is actually, you can actually ignore this line because it is just for for my customer, this is a for this project we include, but both are the same, so don't worry about it. The next one is the support. This is a support. The support means like we provide IT support, we call it Care Plus. The IT support, both sides roughly the same. From cloud server, slightly lower. Same reason, because there's no hardware to support. Then here, this part, I want you to take extra attention here. So the price, why you need to include this one is electricity, you know. This is the electricity for the item you run in your office. Okay, so in order for you to run all these things in your office, then the electricity 1 year is about 6,000 ringgit. Okay, you will ask me how I come up with this value. Very simple. You can go to the internet, use the ChatGPT, and then you tell the AI what hardware model, list down all the hardware model, and then you can tell the AI that TNB Malaysia, what is the electricity bill rate? What is the rate for your environment, for your building? Then the AI will help you to calculate 1 year how much you are going to spend for electricity. And don't forget your aircon in your server room, because that is one of the major power consumption. Okay, so you can see this is very real. There's nothing that we doesn't need. So everything is required. So after that, you will be able to tabulate the 7 years, and these are the prices. So this is how we come up with this idea. So at the end, back to here, this is the cost comparing these two options. Okay, actually there are other benefit also if you go for cloud. For example, you don't need to the hassle of maintaining your hardware. This one you don't need to worry of it already, because it's taken care by the service provider. You just pay the rental to use the cloud server. Another one is when you want to upgrade the server, when you have more data, you need to ask your staff to purchase more hardware. Then doing this thing, you need to process, like you need to find the correct model, you need to compare the price, and then you need to arrange the project for the installation. So these are all the costs incurred inside your workforce. So you don't need to do all these things, because these are all taken care by the service provider in the cloud, and it's just a few clicks away. So basically, there is no extra cost for you when you upgrade or you change any specification in the server. And another one is the VPS infra hardware will be refreshed every 5 to 7 years. So in the data center, the cloud service provider, usually the vendor will make sure that the system is maintained at a relatively healthy age. So it cannot allow the system become too old, because when it's too old, it will be means like problem prone. It's easily break down here a bit, there a bit. Is all the operating cost for this vendor. So that's why they will refresh their hardware every few years. And the last one here, usually in the cloud there, the system is will be designed in a more resilient way. They will include all the HA functions like the cluster, everything, the data center environment, the power, and the internet connections, redundancy. So all these things, if you are to set up in your own environment, it will be very costly. So that's why these are the extra things that you will get. So today, I just share with you this information, how to choose among the on-prem server and the cloud server. Thank you for listening, and I hope this information will help you.